Alright, so for this video, I think I'm going to release this to my patrons a little bit in advance. They, the woo-woo stuff, I want to give them that stuff a little earlier. They enjoy that. So my YouTube friend Jan, while we're on vacation, met up with her, but we left Sunday, arrived Monday, like in the area, and she's been using this psychic for 15 years. She's like, Joe, she's really good. Like, she's good. I'm like, well, she's kind of right on my way. You think I'd stop and get a reading for the hell of it? She's like, well, let's see. She's like, yeah, come on, do it. So I'm like, okay, cool. Well, Jan had another reading. She had one recently. She's the one I told you the other day. She had a reading 2 weeks ago, but it was more of a personal, thing like she always gets for the last 15 years. But it slightly got into cryptos out of nowhere. And she's like, I think I want another reading solely on cryptos and my investment stuff. And so she set up a second reading. That was for this past Sunday. So she got her reading that night. I come in the next day, drive to the lady's house, actually get a reading there. So I took my own notes, which I'm going to go over on my phone here after I read Jan's notes, because she took her own notes on paper, and she's like, yeah, if you want to do a video, you can use it. I'm like, okay, cool. So that's what I'm doing. So first, I got to give a shout out to Austin and Brandy. Austin and Brandy, they're having a kid. I think the baby is due in October, which might be a really good month if cryptos do what the psychics think. And this lady here, which I got my phone there, I'm going to read from, and this paper, because I actually recorded mine, and then I took notes on the little notepad thing later, just to summarize it quickly. And their baby might be born during a crypto boom. After all this downward momentum we've had, great time to be alive. So I gotta give my peoples a shout out. So this is her. Now this lady's name is Desiree. She is available to do over the phone readings, things like that. If anyone is, well, hell, I think she doesn't mind people even coming over to her house. She's in Jersey, somewhat near Atlantic City. She gave me her phone number and her email, but I told her, I'm like, look, I don't know that I want to just blab out your phone number online. Just give me your email, and if people would like to reach out to you, I'll just put like your email address in my description box in my YouTube video. I really don't think you want your phone number out there. She was actually okay with it. I'm like, nah, I don't think you understand what might happen. So I'll just put her email up. And she will do readings. Now this is an interesting story, because she used to have her own store and things, and she would sell crystals and all kinds of different things, I think. And Jan was like, yeah, I used to go to her store and do the reading there, but she doesn't do that anymore. So this lady told me that she was like literally in prayer and meditation, like, I could use some extra, cash right now. I could really, I need it right now. 2 hours later, Jan calls her. I want to get that crypto reading, and my friend Joe's coming up. He'd like one too. And so she's like, oh, cool. And old Snippy, as soon as I mention something like this, some people are gonna wanna call her, or reach out to her. So I told her, be ready, because there's gonna be at least you'll get some business out of this automatically. So anyways, crypto reading. Her name's Desiree. August 19th, 2018. This was the girl Jan's, and then mine was the next day, which I'll get to last. General feels there will be 50 coins remaining. August 19th, Mercury direct. Got to get your ducks in a row, she says. This is the time right now. You got to get your ducks in a row. And I was gonna save this for when I started my thing, but I know me, I'll forget, because I'll be getting into something too long. So I want to read you something Desiree sent me after I'd already left her house. And she said, hey, what's your name? And she goes, hang on, let me scroll up here. I'll just read this right away. Yeah, hey, great meeting you. Here's my email. Hey, just reached out to Jan, my friend. The same question I'm about to ask you. 10 keeps popping into my head. 10, 10, 10. I have no idea what that means, but I keep saying 10, 10, 10. Um, my aunt, who is psychic as well, calls me and said, "Hurry up, Desi, and figure this out. I want to invest. I get a 10. I keep seeing 10." Her aunt says that to her. So she's like, "Oh my God, me too." So what does that mean in this in this world? Um, oh, and by the way, what's your last name? I want to put you in my contacts. All right. So I told her that. And I said the only thing I can think of is October. It's the 10th month. I said, or the coin known as 10x. There's a coin called 10x, TENX. Is that why she keeps seeing 10, 10, 10, 10? Or is it 10th month October? Michelle White Dove, Sharon Michelle. October's gonna be good. I'll be honest. My feeling is, although 10x got hammered recently too, 10x does like to do a nice pullback time and time again. I will say a little free little trading advice possibly there. 10x, but I think this is October. 10 is October. Because when she was talking to me, she said, "Joe, I feel like there's a sense of urgency. Like anybody, like I keep getting now. Now's the time to get in. Now's the time to get in. Now, right now, 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 now." Like she's like, "That's what I keep feeling." And I'm like, "Well, it got hit very hard recently. Things are on the low. They're on the cheap, and we think they're gonna rebound in the near future." And she's like, "Well, I keep getting this 10 thing and whatever." So she said, "Yeah." She says it's. I'm gonna meditate on that one. Okay. I said to her, maybe it's October. In other words, she said that to her aunt. She said it must be done before October, or it's going to happen before October. So I think September is the month to put all your ducks in order. So I said, okay, cool. Um, she has like a special package. She said she could share people $100 for an hour reading if you buy 10. So if you have like 10 people, 10 friends and family, I guess it's a little I don't know what the full actual price is, honestly, with her. But she's been doing this a really long time too, and she's good because when I start to tell you some of the things in mine, um, yeah, she couldn't have known a few things for sure. Anyways, let's see. Make sure I start recording. Yeah. Oh, Mercury direct. Get your ducks in a row. Like, hurry up. August 27th, 28th. Mars' direct action is coming. Positive movement will happen going up. Quote parentheses going up. Sees Wheel of Fortune. Foundation is 10. October is a big month, so there's a 10 with her again now. Asked if there is something with light. Is there a light? And like a light coin. And she says, yeah. Jan, this is Jan's reading. She's like, yeah, there's a coin called Litecoin. She goes, I keep seeing this light thing. She's like, and she told me too. She's like, Joe, because I gave her my top three, you know, Digibyte, Theta, Litecoin. She likes them all, by the way. You'll see in a second. But she's like, Joe, I'm feeling light, like this light one. That's the one I want. Like if I got to get one, that's the one I want. That's the one. And I'm thinking, well, that's why I've held all this Litecoin all this time. I feel the same. Um, the infinity symbol. Is also center stage. Is there an infinity coin or a message? Or not a message. It says Omisa Go. So if you look at the Omisa Go symbol, it's kind of like the infinity symbol. And now I was talking with Jan about this. I was like, you might be onto something, Jan. And that's been a good coin we've heard from the Webbot, but just not yet. So there's that. Also sees a medical related coin that will be huge. And then she wrote her own notes. Didn't Penny Kelly say the same thing? No, Jan to me. And I'm thinking, yeah, but the problem is which one? There's a few of them. And I mean, is it Mediblock? That thing got hit so hard. Like and Michelle White felt like, I don't think that's the one. She didn't have a good feeling about that one. But there's several of them, so it's like, gosh, which one is it going to be? Sees, what is that, travel? Sees travel involved for me with crypto, me being her, Jan. So Jan might be doing something related. And she was like this close to doing the Litecoin Summit with me. That was before she got this reading. But she's like, it's going to cost me like $700 to do that. I want to be a part of this. He's like, but I'd rather put $700 into some cryptos right now because they're so cheap. I'm like, Jan, I'm with you on that. I think maybe that's a better idea. But she's like, I want to be a part of some of this stuff too. And I'm like, yeah, I get you. And we all will be. Sees 4 and then comma and then 10. She keeps 4 and 10. She goes, is this days, weeks, a month? 10 feels like October, 4 days. And then she wrote 4 days cliff high. Remember the 4 days in July? Was that the four? Who knows? Uh, 4 months from now, December time frame. What this is Jan writing her own notes. Like, what is she's trying to come up with the reasons. Um, there will be strong push August 27th, 28th. So we're a few days away from that. Big movement, she says, is coming. See something with ether elements to be big. So Jan writes Ethereum. I would agree with that. Global event to happen, which she kind of talks a little bit about in mine too. Ace of Cups, birth, death, whatever that is. Oh, that was her card, I guess, because she does tarot cards. But she told me to, and told Jan, she's like, I don't really need the cards. Like, it's just a process I do, and as I talk, and it comes to me. And I'm like, whatever floats your boat, however you want to do this, it's all good. But she does read the cards and tell you about them and that stuff. Big crash or global event kind of a thing. It'll be financial related. That's what she told me. It'll be financial related. And people would be looking. She isn't saying this here yet. Yeah, actually she does right here. Will cause people to look, hey, where should I put my money? I'm getting a little nervous. Hello, cryptos. First spoke in BTC. Oh, spike. First spike in BTC will send masses of people into BTC, Bitcoin. And she told me, she's like, yeah, she's like, she called it the mother coin. And she goes, and I can't remember if it was her or Jan had said that to me, but it was like, well, when people hear about that's when people use the word Bitcoin, like average people, that means cryptocurrency, the whole crypto market. Hey, you know that Bitcoin stuff? They don't really look at it as one coin out of thousands, 1,600 technically out there. They just say Bitcoin. You and I know Bitcoin is Bitcoin, and there's Litecoin, and there's Ethereum, and there's all these other ones. But anyways, first spike in Bitcoin will send masses of people into Bitcoin. Now is the time to prepare. Get in. If you're like on the fence, get in now is what she keeps saying. Feels global crash to happen, maybe 2020 year time frame, 2020. Big money will be coming in. There is a private hand controlling a master mind. Think like the Matrix. So I thought, and Jan agreed when she came over and ate dinner with us over here. And by the way, Jan's a really sweet lady. Her daughter was very nice too. Just got to give them a little shout out. I said, she knew. She's like, yeah, remember the thing you talked about in May, last May, where all this money flooded in across the entire market, including crap coins. This money just flew into the market. Who would put money into all the coins like that? I mean, you could pick the top 100 or something. I'm like, I know, right? So is that whatever that was? Part 2 coming. Sounds like it. Bitcoin, very good coin, strong coin, Empress card, mother or security, will get bigger. And she put a number 7 there for some reason, much bigger than previous highs. Volatile, another 7. And unless that's just a symbol, it looks like a 7 to me. Volatile will need patience. There will be ups and downs, of course. Maybe competition, controversy with 3 other coins fighting for first place. Others may come up from the ranks, but Bitcoin will always be dominant. Litecoin loves this coin. Very successful. King of Swords, it's the best. Gift from God. Lovers. 7 of Swords, win, success, bringer of money. He needs money. Grid, what is that word? Grids are telling, guides are telling her, think about grid. Might go down, be prepared. Well, that's something Penny Kelly said, and also said if that internet goes down, you better fight to make sure it goes back up. Because I'm hearing all this, I'm thinking the things happening right now in the deep state, the QAnon, all that stuff. Oh my gosh, they need the internet to go down bad because this information is going out there, and people are now wearing the Q shirts. Like these people are probably in absolute sheer panic mode. We gotta take the grid down. We gotta take the net down. Whatever. So she's saying that now, and I'm hearing like Penny Kelly, who knows? But she also had said to, I think, both me and Jan, should that kind of thing happen, people are like, oh my gosh, it's all gone, all of our stuff's gone. And then, no, the grid came back out, oh look, there's our wallet, there's my coins, there's everything, it's fine. It's all good. And it gave it like a thumbs up, like to everybody, like, oh yeah, okay, all right, that's cool. It did work. All right. Digibyte, fastest in the deck. Action, not very stable, large swings up and down. Goes hand in hand with Empress card or the mother coin, Bitcoin card. Stav, huge amount of creativity. The staff, I guess, although it says stav, but I think she talked to me about this too because it was one of the coins I had her read me about. Huge amount of creativity. The people behind it. Good for everyday purchase. A lot of positive movement. Um, heart with three swords. Three coins with go hand in hand, but this one is the most volatile. She was talking to me about that too, and she felt like this coin is part of, like, there's three coins. Like, I feel like these three coins like almost go together. So there's something with these three coins. And I said, well, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Digibyte, they're all based on the same code base. Litecoin was created based off of Bitcoin's code base that was modified. Digibyte modified Litecoin's code base, and now they have Digibyte. And she's like, okay, that makes sense to me. There will be a global event, then a meeting. This will rocket after the meeting. Um, Interesting. Final outcome is happy family. And then she says under that BTC, LTC, and Digibyte, DGB. Red coin, the one with two Ds, she says is a very good coin. Red coin. Three aces. Yes, yes, yes. A 5 coin, or is that a fine coin or fire coin, will go up. Big moves, more stable, very good to invest in, more stable than Digibyte as far as the ups and downs. She will have something to do with family, health, marriage, things like that. And she said, well, it's kind of a social media coin. And she replied back, well, what is Facebook? Family, health, marriage, everyone's talking, everyone. She says, I don't know. Then there's Electronium. Not getting a warm and fuzzy seeing poverty card. So Janet told me, she said, well, there's a lot of people, like I think in one of the countries in Africa, that were really big on that coin, Electronium, and it's a poverty-stricken area, and maybe this coin makes them richer. It was somehow that conversation got into that, so we're not sure about that. But she got the poverty card. The question is it going to put you into poverty by investing in Electronium, or is it going to help poverty? Roman something card, healthcare, people fighting. This could be hugely successful, but will be targeted by the elite who do not want masses of people to get rich. So yeah, she's still talking about Electronium. Still, well, is it? Yeah, it says it's still a good investment. Lotto card. Thinking about what it can do. Healthcare. So maybe after all, yeah, maybe Electronium will ultimately be good. Ripple. Ace of Pentacles, I think. Lotto card again. Stay in the long run. There is a chance. There's a change going on. Sees the number 3 going back up to $3, possibly plus much more. There is a third party involved. Doesn't stand alone. So she wrote X, Ripple, X Rapid, Rapid Payment, all that stuff. There are more hands on this. It's a reconciliation. She feels Ripple's a reconciliation type. Sure enough. Good investment coin, but caution, can be manipulated like the bank. Interesting comment there, isn't it? Sees new coin of interest, some coin with a splash or water hydro. It's good. Now there's one, she says server side is called Hydro Raindrop or something. And there's one called Hydro, and she wrote Hydro Blockchain. Makes me wonder, and then one called Hydra. Hydro enables private finance systems to seamlessly leverage the public blockchain with existing solutions. So there's one called Hydro Blockchain. So that was hers. Pretty interesting. And then mine is let me go to my notepad here, colored note, and I'll go through mine. She said if she was to get involved, she would be getting into Litecoin, and she does want to get involved, like she's ready to go. My Uncle John is always around me. She asked who the female energy was that passed with the letter J. Someone who, and I mentioned to her, I don't know anyone female, but I was like, my Uncle John, because she asked later, like, who passed with a heart attack, and I said, I think that was my Uncle John actually, and she said, well, how was his energy? Was he like a strong male, or was he more of a female energy? And I said, my Uncle John was more of a female energy, just a very, I mean, he was a man, the kindest, gentle speaking, never raise his voice, never shout, never yell, kind. I mean, just a beautiful, very gentle spirit. Never met another man in my life, by the way, with that kind of energy. So kind and so gentle. I thought, well, yeah, if I could only feel energy, I would have easily said that's a female, and then opened my eyes. Oh my gosh, it's my Uncle John. That made sense to me, and it was the letter J. Um, Someone who is in my family who is sick and will be dying soon, like within weeks, probably before November. My grandma has fallen down recently numerous times and just fractured her tailbone. Is in the hospital recovering as I'm talking to you, and it's not looking good. I mean, she's recovering, but her generally speaking, it is not looking good. And uh, that was an interesting comment. So I think when we get back from vacation, it's time for maybe a little visit to grandma. You know, before she moves on. She says that I had a question, and whatever the question was, that she got the answer was an absolute yes. Now, at the time, I wasn't thinking of a question in particular, even though I did actually have one. Later on, realizing, oh yeah, I forgot I did have a question I want to ask her, and it was simply about Hodlit. Working with the Hodlit company, is this going to be a good thing? Like a bad, is it going to be good for me? Because I had my little partnership with Jay and that sort of thing, and well, why not ask? How's this thing going to work? And she said, whatever the question was, absolute yes. So when she said that to me, I'm like, well, I don't have a question. I'm like, I'm not really sure yet. As we started talking more, then it came in. I was like, oh, I do have a question. Actually, you were right. I forgot. And then I went ahead and just asked it about it. And she started saying, okay, all right, give me 9 cards. And what? Yes, I got a yes. Yes, definitely a yes. This will be good. So then she didn't know what it was though. And then I went on to go in detail and tell her. So the first yes was probably for that anyways. Yeah, because she said there's a question you have that I got right away. Whatever the question you plan on asking me is yes. Because I really didn't have any, but as I was going there, I'm like, yeah, I think I want to ask her about hodl. Is this gonna be a good thing? Uh, and I'm like, well, I'll ask her at some point. And then I forgot about it while the reading was happening. And then as it was going on, I'm like, oh wait, I did have a question. That was the question. But she didn't know that because I never asked it. So then I went ahead and asked it, and it was still another yes. Um, so she feels like she's going to be moving. Not she. I use my voice, and sometimes voice to text screws up. Not she. She feels like it's going to be moving September market, that is crypto, but definitely October. She feels really good about October, and she feels October is going to be huge regarding crypto. Regarding Digibyte, she feels like there could be some kind of global thing or event that happens, and it's going to benefit Digibyte specifically. So this was that financial thing I talked about a minute ago, this issue or whatever. She said that with this event, it's financial and it makes people think, where can I put my money that's safer? Like a whole lot of people start waking up and they start learning about this stuff. So that made me think that maybe this event won't specifically be, this is me talking now, be Digibyte, but perhaps Digibyte benefits the most. She says when she reads people and it has to do with crypto, such as my friend Jan, she feels the excitement come through into her, and it makes her excited, and she wants to get in just by the energy. Like what's making you feel that way? This crypto stuff. I like that feeling. I like this excitement. I feel this is good. I want to be a part of that. So she wants to get in, kind of like Michelle White Dove did. Like yeah, I want to do that too. She asked, is it possible that Bitcoin could go from say wherever she's like, where's it at today? I'm like, it's around 6,000, six something. She goes, is it possible for something like that to go to like $30,000? Because I'm seeing like 30,000. I said, it's absolutely possible. It already did very similar to that and went to 20. And she goes, oh yeah, it's going to go past that. She's like, I feel like it's going to go to the 30 and soon. She said she feels like Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Digibyte go hand in hand somehow together. They're very connected. So I explained to her about the whole, code based thing. And then finally, I have here. So I asked her about Theta, and her immediate reply, which was pretty interesting, was Spirit told her, "You already know." She said this to me. You already know the answer. Spirit says, you already know the answer. So why are you asking? That was the reply I got. It wasn't simply, yeah, it'll be good. You already know the answer. Why are you asking? So she didn't say that about the other stuff I asked, anything I asked, except for Theta. Theta's also the one I kept pestering Michelle Whiteduff about. Like, is it possible you meant pennies? No. No, Spirit said dollar. Okay, later on. Do you think it's possible? No. Spirit said it was thousands of dollars. You think you made a miss a zero? Joe? So I've already pestered Michelle Whiteduff, who then pestered Spirit. And Spirit's like, no, I already told you the answer. Leave me alone. So I go to this lady, who I've never met before, and her answer is immediate response. You already know the answer. Why are you asking? She felt like it would take a while, but this one was definitely a good investment. She said this one would definitely take root, and then she goes, okay, they're saying this is a gift from God. She says people are going to miss the boat on this one, and when it starts to spike, then everyone's going to run over and say, man, I should have gotten this one earlier. Well, that's it. Take that for what it is. I will put her email address in the description box of this video per her request. I'm not putting her phone number in there, but she can do phone readings. She does them in person. She doesn't mind having people come right to her house. And unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on where you live, she is in New Jersey, somewhat near the what is that, Atlantic City or whatever it is, New Jersey, whatever, not too far from there. So to each his own. Take care.